Yeah, we haven't had to do this for a while because they kind of went quiet on the Disney Star Wars front. They've been quiet for a little bit ever since with Lord of the Rings and MCU stuff taking over. But we are only a couple short weeks away, 3 weeks from Andor's 3-episode premiere on September 21st, which they pushed back. It was supposed to be premiering next week, and they pushed it back.
No, big surprise.
Yeah. We're going to get 3 episodes, but we already know that they don't care about Star Wars. We've covered this a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, how it's basically Orange Man bad. It's Orange Man bad. And between Juan Solo and
Nice.
I stole that from Gary. I'm going to admit that's not mine. And the guy behind it, Tony Gilroy, they've admitted that this is.
Oh, we're off of him. Okay.
We're you can take your beard off.
Thank you. God damn it.
I know you're dying under that thing, aren't you? We know that this is not being marketed to actual fans of Star Wars, and I love. There's one thing here. It's either this. There's this one. There's talking about it's going to mirror the real world. Show of hands. Who's going to Star Wars to see the real world?
I see no hands. I see no hands here.
I see Mike being a troll. That's all I see. No one is going to Star Wars to see the real world. And again, we put quotes "real world" because again, this is the far leftist Marxist view of the world. It's not, and then when they say "real world," their version. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say what's really funny about that, if you really think about it logically, you're talking about a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away where there are multiple worlds, which they all have their own politics, their own cultures. Yeah. So which real world are they referring to here?
Orange Man Bad. Orange Man Bad.
Yeah.
Orange Man Bad world. That's the world. That's the world they're talking about.
Dude, that is SJW paradise.
Yes. Orange Man Bad, where everybody's diverse and everybody's probably gay. And I don't know how that works, but
population control.
Yeah. But anyway, so I don't want this. And then there's this at the same time. Both of them say, don't expect any Star Wars fan service in Andor.
Oh, man.
Okay, no, here's the thing. Here's why this is so beautiful. Let's take a moment to remember the crowd they've cultivated over the past few years. What is the key thing that always, well, let's just say Dave Filoni relies on?
Fan service. Cameos.
Fan service. Cameos. Jed, you are absolutely right, my friend. That is exactly what they rely on to keep these, to borrow a phrase from these window-licking idiots satisfied, with their faces pressed up against it, trying to get a look at it, trying to be satisfied. They've lost us. We're not here. I'm here to mock. I'm here to point the finger of scorn. I'm here to shame. I'm here to remind you that you can't quite see it. I can't get the angle because I'm zoomed in. Actually, I can zoom myself in. That's not what I can do. I'm here to remind you that there is real Star Wars right there. The EU is just waiting for you. I'm here to remind you of that all the time. But I'm not here to enjoy this. I'm not here to spend money on this. I'm not here to promote it. I'm here to mock it.
I have a question.
Ask your question.
I have a question.
Ask your question.
When did the term fan service become a bad word? Can anybody explain to me why the idea of giving fans what they want a terrible thing? If I go to McDonald's and I order a Big Mac and someone says to me, hey, give me Big Mac money, but I'm going to give you a salad instead because I don't want to serve you with what you want, I am going to leave the store. Why, oh why, would I want my customers, potential customers, to be deterred from coming in by me not giving them what they want? If I'm a showrunner and I know fan service is what's going to get butt cheeks in seats, I will give an entire film of just cameos and things that you want. I don't care if my story is nonsensical, because that's going to happen anyway. I'm going to give them what they came to see. If I go to a boxing match and they tell me I'm here to see, we're going to rewind the clock a bit. I'm going to see Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight in the ring. And I go there and I'm promised Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, and you give me not them.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, I get the Paul brothers fighting each other. I'm going to be pissed and demand my refund. When did fans?
I think it was
the boogeyman,
because they hate us.
I think it was Last Jedi when it became the boogeyman.
That's a very real answer. I mean, joking aside, that is because that's when everybody caught up to me and guys like Ryan Kinnell, who were not on that train. We said, it's going to be bad. You don't throw out 28 years of content. Don't throw out 28 years of content that was beloved and respected what George did, because George was involved. That's the truth. George was involved in the EU. Even though he bitched about it sometimes, he had ultimate veto power. Nothing happened on all the books that are behind me without his approval. Nothing happened. So to tell me that I'm not going to give people what I want, we're not going to give you what you want, we're going to throw it out, that told me everything I needed to know in 2014. Told me everything I needed to know, and I said, yeah, it's going to be shit. And there we were, a few short years later. Everybody caught up because Last Jedi, everybody saw Last Jedi and then realized, and then retroactively with hindsight saw that the destroyer franchises, Jar Jar Abrams, that's what he did. He destroyed the franchise by just doing a reboot of A New Hope with no originality to it and failing to capitalize on an opportunity to put the Holy Trinity back on screen at the same time. I mean, there's a reason.
How do you drop a ball that hard?
Unless it's intentional.
There's a reason that the final book, the unfortunate final book in the EU, has them all on the cover with this glorious artwork. Look at that. That's badass. That is Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. That is Jedi Knight Leia Organa Solo. That is Captain Han Solo. You have one. I mean, nobody knew Carrie Fisher was going to buy it. Nobody knew that. But you killed off Han Solo in your fake Star Wars movie, because then that was placating Harrison Ford, who always wanted Han Solo to die. Biggest, dumbest thing in the world. He's a great actor, but not the smartest man in the world.
Adam, do me a solid. Zach made a comment
bring it up
in the chat. Can you bring that comment up for me? Yeah, that one. The negative side of fan service. And what you're saying is correct, Zach. That's what you're saying is true. That is the dark side of fan service. But this is the thing, Zach. This is the one thing that you're missing from your equation. They're not going to give you a good story anyway.
Yeah.
So fan service is the only thing you're going to get off jump that you'll have that has any level of enjoyment. And you're right. Fan service can get out of the way of a good, well-crafted story. These schmucks ain't gonna give you that.
No.
You have my word.
Back in the day when writers actually had integrity and they just wanted to be artists. Mm-hmm. You want to know their story. You want to listen to their story. You want to watch their story. That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's just a machine. It just spits out whatever the algorithm says that people want to watch. And that's
or a focus group, or the focus group.
Yeah.
But that's why
we don't live in that world anymore, unfortunately.
That's why this is hysterical. This article, these comments are hysterical because the stan audience they have cultivated, the only reason they hold on to them is the pathetic cameos and the jangly keys that they keep running through their crap material. Because look. Here's this. Oh, look, here's that. Remember that from Clone Wars? Remember that? Oh, it's a shout out. And it's all because of Filoni. of Dave Filonius.
Baloney. Yeah.
I'm calling him Filonius because I hate the man. This guy is he's so excited about his Ahsoka show.
I don't want to see it.
Nobody wants this.
And Ahsoka's my favorite Star Wars character. I do not want to see how they're going to ruin her. I don't want to see it.
It's just a good character. Yeah, she ended up being a good character that then was pushed too far and kept
absolutely
too much.
I won't argue with that.
It either should have died at season 7 of Clone Wars or at least in Rebels season 2.
Yeah, I mean
they did kill her, but then they brought her back to life because there was
because Dave Filoni can't give up his favorite waifu. He can't give her up.
She needed to be dead by A New Hope, no matter what it was.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. None of it makes sense. That's why Dave Filoni pisses me off, because he plays fast and loose with the lore, and you have to everything he does, you have to do a retcon for it. Everything. The only thing I accept, and again, I accept it more because George directly had a hand in it, was the Mortis Blade. That's the best part, because George was directly involved in that storyline, and then it came out to play beautifully in the EU. It's fantastic. But Ahsoka is jangly key. That's where the stands are going to go. She's a jangly key. But to remove that from your Andor show, which is devoid of a soul, we know this going in. You cannot expect to even get the continued support of your stands if you're doing this. And all you're going to get is me and EFAP, because I know EFAP's going to cover it. You're going to get me, you get others who are going to, strap ourselves to our chairs so we can't run away. We're going to cover this. I mean, well, I'm covering because you guys voted for me to cover it. I wasn't going to do it. You said do it. So I'm going to do it. Well, you get at least 3 episodes out of me. That much is secure, because it's 3 episodes in one day. Nothing I can do about that. That's going to be a rough week.
Wait, they're dropping 3 in one day for Andor?
21st. Yeah, they're dropping 3 episodes in one day. Out of 12.
They're trying to rush through this crap.
3 out of 12. And the second season's already greenlit. We got 24 episodes guaranteed of this crap.
There's no way. There's no way.
I don't think they care about your mental health, Adam.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
So this is a recipe for disaster. This just shows me that they do not have an understanding of their fan base that they've cultivated by pushing away the real fans, by pushing us away. You make the stands happy by your cameos, and without your stands, it's gonna crash and burn. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank.